those who really discover what soul life is, know that to call the brain a tool for thinking is just like talking about walking along a muddy path and leaving footprints there, which someone coming along later tries to explain. How does he explain them? By saying that down in the depths of the earth there are forces that vibrate up and down and thus produce the footprints. The footprints, however, were not caused by those forces at all, but by me when I walk there. This is how the physiologists today explain that what takes place in the brain is generated by the brain, and there is indeed something in the nervous system that corresponds to every thought and idea, every feeling. Just as my footprints correspond with where I have trodden, so is there something in the brain that does correspond with every impression encountered by the soul. But it is the soul that has impressed it upon the brain. The earth is just as little the organ for my treading or my footprints. It is just as little what produces them as the brain is the organ for all kinds of thoughts or ideation processes. I cannot walk without the ground, for I cannot walk in the air. I need the ground to walk on. And the brain is needed for the same reason, not because it produces the soul impressions, but because the soul processes need the firm foundation upon which to express themselves during the period when the human being lives in a body between birth and death. Today's sciences, which are already brilliant in themselves, will receive their ultimate explanation when this turnaround has come about, this turnaround in the way we think, which I have been describing. It is a revolution more radical than was the transition to the Copernican view of the world over against the view people had cultivated prior to that. And it is also every bit as justifiable over against what has been thought until now as was the Copernican view in comparison with the views that had been held before.